What is up, guys? It's Akemi here. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a real talk here. I just applied for a job as a UPS package handler just to do something on the side, just to make a little bit extra money over the summer. And I didn't find too many really in-depth reviews about how the job's like. So I'm actually going to be heading to the interview right now. I'm going to document the whole entire process. I can't, bring my camera into the interview, obviously, but I can tell you guys everything that's going to happen. And this is going to be like a little short documentary real talk thing, just so you guys can know what it's like to work as a package handler at UPS. Let's get going. Alright guys, so just made it to UPS. That's the customer center. The parking lot is completely packed, so I'm assuming there's a lot of people working here. Just a little bit of background before I get into going to the interview. In order for me to get to the interview, all I had to do was go online, go to the website, and just submit an application that I just wanted to be a package handler. It took about maybe 10 minutes, but then on that same day, I got scheduled for an interview. So here it is. I'll be back, guys, after the interview. Alright guys, I'm back. It took like about 50 minutes to do the whole entire process. So what they did at first was we had to sign in. We got handed a sheet of paper. Like, this would explain all the job description. A lot of emphasis on how heavy the stuff is. You can move packages up to 150 pounds with a friend, and you should be able to lift 70 pounds by yourself. So a lot of that stuff tells you the hourly pay right here. It's like reverse, but I'll let you guys know about this. So if you're working part-time, it's going to be 3.5 to 5 hours per shift. It's going to be Monday through Friday. You get to pick what exactly you want to work as, and it's going to be $11 per hour, so minimum wage. But the kicker is you have all these benefits, all right? So all these benefits are based on seniority. So after you get 1 year of seniority, so after you've been working there for about a year, you're going to get so many different holidays with 4 hours of pay per holiday. So all the 9 holidays: New Year's, Memorial, Independence, Labor, Columbus, Veterans, Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve. So a lot of different opportunities to get like a little bit extra money and also stay home with your family. And it says also a pay increase of part-time employees receiving a 50.5 per hour raise. So 50 cents raise after a whole year of employment. And then you also get to stack up on additional paid days. So after the first year, you get 3 sick days. And then, let's see, 4 hours of pay after 12 months. Okay, so after another 12 months, you're eligible for another 5 sick days. I'm going to show this on the screen so it's easier for you guys to see, instead of just listening to me talk, because my articulation isn't perfect. Next, you have vacation. So as the years go on, after you work here for longer, you get more vacation. So 1 year is 1 week, 2 years is 2 weeks, 10 years is 3 weeks. So that's a big jump. You're going for 8 years to get the extra week off. Then 15 years is 4 weeks, then 20 years is 5 weeks. And I'm pretty sure you get to retire early. There's a lot of health, welfare, and pension benefits, and that's exactly half the reason why people here work at UPS. And the next thing I didn't know when I signed up was for the first 20 weeks, you have to pay an initiation fee for part-time union employees, which is going to be about $500. I don't know if this is different for different UPS locations. I'm just saying what I got. So that's going to be an increment of $25 per check, and then $30 for a monthly due. So let's say you get a check once a week. I didn't ask about this, but let's say there's average 4 weeks a month. So it's going to be $100 per month plus a $30 fee. So you're going to be losing $130 off your paycheck every month until you pay it off. And then it's just going to be $30 monthly. And that $30 deposit is very cheap for all the benefits you're going to get. Next, the person talked about tuition reimbursement. Everybody's eligible for up to $5,250 of tuition reimbursement. So if you're working locally, and also you cannot be in a different location. Let's say like if you're working about an hour away, you have to work at this UPS location. You can't go somewhere else. You can't transfer, which is the pretty crappy part, which is actually the reason why I wasn't able to secure the job. However, I was told that for a full-time position, I could potentially become a seasonal summer worker and get a really high pay increase of $18.75 an hour if I worked 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. with a 1 hour break in between, which is extremely hard manual labor, but that's a good amount of money with also the benefits. And also, they said they may call me back for the winter for seasonal workers, because around Christmas time is when, you know, you got to get the ball rolling. You got to go really hard. So all that considered, I got to tour a little bit of the warehouse. It was relatively dark, dim lit, but not extremely dim like in the horror movies. There's a good amount of light in there. You go inside, there's a whole bunch of trailers on the left side. There's people unloading the packages at a pretty fast rate. They're just throwing it in very, very fast on the conveyors. They have these scanners on their hands that they can scan before they go into a trailer. And then I got to go upstairs to like oversee kind of at a higher area of the facility. And I get to see a whole bunch of different package handlers. Just like, there's one belt that comes out a whole bunch of packages, and they would look at it really fast, and then they'd throw it into a different belt corresponding to where it should go. So they throw it up, they throw it down, left, right, middle. They just have to memorize where everything is. The conveyor belts are also color coded, so everybody knows exactly where everything is. And that was pretty much it. I came in, got a PowerPoint presentation about UPS, how there's like ways to grow as a package handler. You grow up to a supervisor, and then you just work your way up to the company. The CEO of the company right now actually started as a package handler, and after 40 years, he became the CEO. So if that's something you're really looking forward to, being able to lift consistently, you know, all these packages before, then it's definitely something for you. I've done this in the past with my other factory, so it wouldn't be anything new. But yeah, that's really about it. That's really all I got to say about this company. I think it'd be a pretty neat place to work if you're willing to put in the work. But if you're not willing to put in the work and put in the effort to, you know, lift all these packages, get a little bit more buff while you're doing it, then UPS might not be for you. This is Akemi. I'm signing off.